must be dreaming, it's impossible, wait. Shake me till I'm in the game, and then I'm yours to take. No further obstacles to move or navigate. I am yours. Touch me, talk to me, don't look me in the eye and tell me I'm swollen symmetry, painting outside the lines. I will pick a flower, but if it decides to die, then it dies. What makes a flower die? It's damage at the root. It could be dry and dusty like a carpenter's boot. It could be under saturation like a rambling mute. It could be more. It could be speed, adrenaline, an impossible pace. It could be a cold-hearted war of words leaving no marks on your face. Could be punch drunk in the morning before the sun even takes its place. It could be more. It could be more. It could be more. It could be more. Transitional infidel that bends the ties that bind. It could be a blurry reflection, a multi-faced disguise. It could be roll with the punches, swallow the surprise. It could be more. It could be a saltwater sting in the look that's on your face when you get down and dirty and the clock dictates the pace. You get rabid like a dog that's losing a one-dog race. Well, it could be more. It could be a tin can telephone without the string. It could be shooting the messenger with a silencer on to keep the swan song that we sing from the choir.
One of my earliest memories is one of life's lessons that I've learned to live by. My dad had drowned when I was a baby, so Mom and I lived on our own. And when I was 4 or 5 years old, we lived in a house that at the bottom of a hill. And in the springtime, when the snow melted, the water would run down and into our basement. So Mom and I was out trying to divert some of the water away from the house into a ditch. And being 5 years old, let's be honest, I was probably getting more underfoot and in the way than I was actually being of any help. But anyway, I got my foot stuck in the mud. And in trying to pull my boot out, I pulled my foot out of my boot, lost my balance, and ended up putting my sock foot down in the cold, muddy water. Now, from an onlooker's perspective, I can see how this would be quite comical. To me, I looked up and saw my mom laughing at me, and I started to cry. And I'll never forget this. Mom bent down beside me and she said, "Oh, Jordy, if you can't learn to laugh at yourself, you can't ever laugh at anybody else." And believe me, folks, there's been times in my life where I've had to put that to use. She told me years later that there's a powerful secret in being able to laugh at yourself, is in that no one can ever laugh at you. They're always laughing with you. So life went on. I grew up. I got married. I had 2 boys. I got divorced. I went through a few relationships. I turned 34. And I remember telling my girlfriend at the time, you know, I'm just beginning to feel like I'm a man. Like I'm an adult now. I'm grown up. Things were on track, it seemed. I had been working for myself, doing renovations for about 4 years. And I was making pretty good money. I was busy. Mom and I had bought a special care home together and it was running fine. I had a nice truck, put a plow on it. I had bought a nice motorcycle for the first time in my life. I bought a welder. I loved welding. You know, just everything seemed to be coming together. And then one night, I went out hunting raccoons with the guy next door, had a couple beer, climbed up a tree, fell and broke my neck. I woke up 4 days later in the St. John intensive care unit, and I was paralyzed from the neck down. All I could do was this. I went from very independent to totally dependent, just like that. And let me tell you, folks, that world is very dark and very oppressive. It's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So 3 weeks later, after they decided that I was going to live after all, they sent me to the Stent Cassidy Rehab Center in Fredericton. And I had been there for probably 3 or 4 months when I first met Haley Flero, the executive director for Ability New Brunswick. Now, although I had heard of them and the United Way, I had no idea what they did. I had even donated to the United Way, but I didn't know what they did. I didn't know how they fundraised. I didn't know what their money went to. I didn't know what their goal was. More importantly, I didn't know how much they really helped people who need it when they need it the most. So at first when Haley would come in, I really didn't want to hear what she had to say because I knew what my potential was, I knew what my future was, and it was pretty dark. It was pretty hopeless. She'd come in every week or so and she'd go on about oh, there's a loan for this, and there's a subsidy you can get for that, and there's the vehicle retrofit program, and I wanted to say, lady, I'm a quadriplegic. I'm not going to drive a car down the road. Like, come on, get a grip. I can barely wheel myself in a straight line. You want to put me behind the wheel of a car? Like, holy hell. Sorry. But really, honest, those and other words went through my mind. But there is a vehicle retrofit program, and I do drive, and I love it. But after a while, I did begin to see that there is help out there. There is Ability New Brunswick. There is a United Way, and they are there to help people when they need it. So, through it all, I never lost the love of working with wood. I've always loved working with wood. So after I got out of Stan Cassidy, I took advantage of a few of these programs, and I had my woodworking shop adapted. Now you might say, come on, George, you're a quadriplegic. Your hands don't work. What are you doing in a woodworking shop? Well, you'd be surprised at what you can achieve with a few Velcro straps and a few other simple adaptations. I make cutting boards and serving trays, and I spend every minute in the shop that I can. I love it down there. So how do you use humor to dull the anger? I'll give you an example. I try to do things, I try to push my limits. I try to, think outside the box and do things that I know that I can't. So I have a catheter that comes out of my belly and a tube that runs down my leg and collects on a bag that's strapped to the inside of my leg. And I have someone empty it for me. So I was at home on my own one day, and I thought, I wonder if I could do that myself. I have very limited strength in my arms because of my paralysis. My own arms are also partly paralyzed. Whatever, let's give it a try. So I go in the bathroom. I'm not even sure I can get my foot up on the toilet, but we'll try it. So, lift my leg up on the toilet. Oh, that's easy. So I leaned forward to pull my pant leg up. The back of my leg tightens up, and I found out it's a lot easier to get your foot in the toilet than it is to get your foot out of the toilet. So my son's coming home in an hour. Well, I'll just call him and tell him to come home early because my cell phone lives on my lap. Where's my cell phone? No, it's not in the toilet. It's on the dining room table. So I try and I try. And I'm getting angry and I'm getting frustrated and I swear a little bit. And then I think, this is kind of funny. Because from a different perspective, this could be in a movie. So I try some more. And then I'm laughing. I'm actually laughing out loud. And then I'm thinking, what if Daniel comes home and he hears me laughing? He's going to think that I'm cracked. So anyway, 50 minutes later, I get my foot out of the toilet. It's still dry, by the way. It hasn't went in the toilet, just stuck. My heel, I couldn't get my heel out anyway. So I wheeled out put my brakes on, lay down on the dining room table, and I swear to God, 10 seconds later, Daniel comes in. He says, "Hey, Dad, I'm home." You little. Anyway, that's how I use humor, for example. Now, when Haley first asked me if I would be interested in participating in Songs of the City, and someone was going to write a song about me, I thought, what kind of a song is someone going to write about me? And this popped into my head. Yep. Yeah. Maybe because I'm from the country and I love country music, that piece of music came to mind. I don't know. However, that's not the piece of music that Tim Walker wrote. This song is much more about me and who I am. Enjoy.
Followed a dog on a Saturday night, but something was following me. Something invisible got in my way, and it turned out to be destiny. All of the trees looked the same that night. A birch was a popple to me. What a mistake that would be. How could this happen to me? I woke up on Wednesday and said to myself, who put the wheels on my throne? I am still king of my world, I know, but my body has been overthrown. But I don't need pity, I don't need you to stare. All I need is a reason, but there ain't one here. Mama said to laugh at yourself, and mama's never wrong. So I will find the humor in here and laugh until the tears are gone. I was a carpenter destined to build, and I am a carpenter still. And I'm just as stubborn as I was before. This probably strengthened my will. So give me some time and a piece of wood, 'cause opportunity still knocks. I've got the key to the lock. I don't need pity, I don't need you to stare. All I need is a reason, and I found one here. 'Cause mama said to laugh at yourself, and mama's never wrong. So I will find the humor in here and laugh until the tears are gone. Mama said to laugh at yourself, and mama's never wrong. So I will find the humor in here and laugh until the tears are gone. Followed a dog on a Saturday night, but something was following me.
like to start by thanking you all for being here. Thank you to our great storytellers that were so generous with us tonight. Thanks also to our sponsors, TV1, KPMG, and the Capitol Theatre. My name is Naisade, and I'm the Resource Development Director here with the United Way. Mon rôle est de travailler avec les entreprises et les gens qui contribuent leur temps et leur argent à Centraide. Les bénévoles, les coordonnateurs de campagne et les individus, votre dévouement est vraiment une inspiration pour nous tous.
Je veux également vous remercier. My name is Paul Toner. I'm the Child and Youth Community Coordinator with United Way, which means I get to work with all these wonderful agencies and caring people who work on a day-to-day basis with children and youth, from babies to sending them into adulthood. And we just want to continue to thank you for this because it's a great opportunity for us here.
And tonight, I hope that you, like I, have been inspired by the stories that you've heard. And it is because of the efforts and contributions to our community fund that we're able to create change. You're helping the people right here in our region. You're helping fight poverty. You're directly helping build stronger communities and helping kids reach their full potential.
Et nous sommes privilégiés de jour en jour as the United Way staff. We get to hear, because of all these caring people, we get to hear the impact that it's having of people who are helping them be comfortable in their skin, and people who are helping them to drive, and people who are helping them to succeed and be strong. And so we thought the best way for United Way to thank those who, especially those who support United Way, was to give you a glimpse of what it's like. We see thousands of these stories throughout the year, but tonight you've seen 4 powerful, very special stories and very powerful musical ways, which makes our hearts sing all year long. So we just want to thank you very much. Merci à vous tous et à vous toutes. Merci.
You're watching TV1, your community station.